Yo, Brigadiers, Augiesaint here, and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I just want to give you guys a bit of an update to what is going on with Terminull Brigade. They did reach out to us again with a new playtest demo that we had a little bit of technical difficulties getting into, but eventually we did get in and we're able to play some more Terminull Brigade in this demo. And I just want to let you guys know that this demo will be available for everybody to try between the 9th and the 16th of June. As Terminull Brigade will actually be attending the Steam Next Fest, so if you guys are there in person, I'm sure you can try it out in person, but they have informed me that it will be available for everybody to try out between the 9th and the 16th of June. So mark your calendars as that is coming up pretty soon. You guys will be able to hop in and try out. I think it's going to be the same demo as what I have in the background here, so we can go through it and I'll show you guys a little bit of what's going to be available. So if we have a look at the characters available, there will be the Blade, which is my personal favorite for two very big reasons in the Northern Hemisphere. We won't get into too much detail, but I'm sure you guys know it's definitely the Blade and the SMG, right guys? And then moving on, we have Aurora. She's actually pretty fun to play as well. You can fly up into the sky. Let's actually have a look at the abilities. They each have ultimate, and then they have two abilities as well as a passive. And then if we have a look at Aurora's skill, she's kind of like got these stasis abilities, and she can actually fly up into the sky as well. For like 10 seconds, you get to hover up in the sky. And her gun or her weapon is actually called the Nubular Transponder. And it kind of shoots like a beam and it connects to everybody. It's really fun to actually play with this. It's pretty easy to aim with it because you don't really have to, aim too hard. Just aim in the general direction of the enemies and it's going to tag along and hit all of them. And then our ultimate is this big AoE that she places down. It's going to apply stagnant to enemies, which is a debuff. And then also have a 50% chance to trigger data stream, dealing additional damage to them. Gotcha is this like little pull together thing. And you can actually edit this with different stuff you pick up through the runs. So it can actually do all kinds of weird stuff. I had this one little perk where I held down the button and it would actually increase the pull radius and like do more damage. And then also it works with these little guys. I forgot the name of these little guys, but you can get them as like perks and things throughout the mission as well. So when you dash or you reload, you can summon these guys and I'll do like little electric strikes or explosions, all kinds of weird little things. They will change obviously with every single run because you get different perks and stuff. So just to keep all the runs fresh, as you will be farming all of the missions quite a lot to unlock all the talents. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the talents in this demo. I did see them in the previous playtest. If you guys want to see the talents, go check my previous video on the channel. And then if we have a look at the Blade skills, her ultimate is Thriller Hunt. Basically puts down this massive AoE and she's going to like do a bunch of cuts and do a lot of damage to all the enemies nearby. And also each hit that hits an enemy is going to reduce the cooldown of her Shadow Sprint, which is her C ability. You can see their charges forward, dealing area damage to enemies along the way. The Blade is untargetable and immune to damage during this attack. The Blade obviously is the character, so it's like a really nice little iframe. That's why I found it to be pretty strong because you can like reset this quite often by using her ultimate as well as other skills and some of the perks that you get throughout the runs. And then her other skill is Blade of Destiny. This consumes a Violent Vengeance stack and it unleashes the Blade blast forward. Each hit reduces the cooldown of your Shadow Sprint. So honestly, I think she's like the strongest character now until you can actually go ahead and unlock Gloria. As she's like super strong with her turrets. You can drop down her turrets and do all kinds of missiles and stuns and stuff. And she's just really strong and really fun to play because you can like repair the turrets and go ahead. But I don't think she will be available in the demo. So I might have to wait until launch to actually go ahead and try. I did try her out in the previous playtest and she was probably my second favorite character behind the Blade for some northern hemispherical reasons. But other than that, I really like her and the Blade. And then finally have the Colonel to go ahead and try in the demo. And he just has an ult that does like a lot of shots of damage. It's actually a pretty powerful ult, but the rest of his kit just feels pretty weak to me. He launches a missile locking onto enemies and then inflicts them with weaken, so they take a little bit more damage. And then the other ability is a tactical shield, gives you max shield of 50% of his HP for 5 seconds. So it's not bad, although his gun feels a little bit underwhelming. So that's why I much rather prefer playing these two. But I'm sure if you get the right perks and the right build setup with him, he's going to actually go ahead and just do crazy amounts of damage. He does have the precision strike over there when you enter OTS, which is like aim down sights. We just hold right click and then it's going to actually increase your rate of fire. So all of the characters also have like that little hidden thing in their weapons. With her, she like releases this energy orb. And then if you shoot it, it grows bigger and it explodes. That's where you can kind of like pull stuff together with the Gotcha skill. And you can go ahead and release the energy orb and attack that. It'll just explode and do a big bunch of damage. And then with the Blade, another OP one with her is the Strike. The melee assault actually gives you HP and shield if hit. So if it hits an enemy, it's going to give you some HP and shield. That's why she's just really strong and I really like her as a character. So those will be the 3 characters you get to try out. And then the map you'll be able to run is the Ring City. So you can run the Ring City normal and then Nightmare. I actually failed this because I had like a really bad build on one of my runs. So I haven't gone and beaten the Ring City on Nightmare, but I believe once you beat it on Nightmare, you might be able to go up to the next difficulty. Is what I can recall from the last test. There was like 10 levels of difficulties. You can go like Nightmare 1, 2, 3, all the way up to like 10. and then you can just farm harder stuff and then get more points for your talents and stuff later on. Obviously that wasn't available in this little demo, but that's going to be the general loop once you get into it. Do a bunch of different runs, go up in higher difficulty, and then max out your talents so you can actually become stronger. It's kind of like a passive tree, just make you stronger and make your runs that much faster and easier. Just have a little bit of fun while destroying things, and each run being fresh with all the different perks and stuff that you can unlock. You can actually check those in the data bank. Go look at the perks over here. They kind of have like this main category they fall under. So this is all the Arbiter of Thunder perks, and then there's Arbiter of Music, Energy, Desire, Security, Fortune, Games, and Wealth. And then they also get some relic items, which you can have up to 8 items on you in each run. And they can have set bonuses that boost different perks and all kinds of stuff. As you can see, the runs can get pretty interesting with like all these different amounts of perks you can get. I think you can hold up to about 6 or 8 perks each run. You can see there's active perks, there's duo perks, there's passive perks. So there is a ton of replayability to this, all adding different kinds of things. Repulse nearby enemies when attacked, so it's like an AoE explosion, I guess. When activating repulsion, increase all damage. That's really cool over there. Have a look at another one here. Charge Blink increases your evasion cap by 2 and gains Supernova Burst. I'm assuming Supernova Burst is probably gonna be like an explosion of some sort. So we can even boost that with another thing down below. Increase power surge attack. What do we got here? After each weapon attack, gain 2 additional power surge. So that's all going to be building around power surge. Ultimate burn. Double number of burn stacks each time. Now there's another perk that I know of that I picked up one time. When you apply a crit, it actually applies a burn as well. So that could just like double stack into that. Maybe it's this one. Triple degree burn has a 60% chance dealing double damage. No, it's not that. It's got to be around somewhere. But this tree is also focused heavily on crit damage. You can see there's crit damage boost, crit damage boost, crit damage, crit damage. Everything is pretty much giving you crit damage boost. So you can have like really diverse builds and have really different run. Even on the same character, you can have a very different run every single time. I think that will keep the game fresh. I can't actually wait to try it out when we do get the full game. And then you can also play with up to 2 friends, because it's like co-op of 3 at a time going through the missions. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub to the channel. It helps me out so much, and it keeps you guys up to date with everything Terminull Brigade related. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind.